Hello and thank you for joining me on my colouring quest. So today it is everybody's favourite end of the month completed colouring pages video, and this is for August 2025. Now, as you may be able to tell, I have not coloured much. I have coloured in 4 books, and that was mostly to do with the fact that I went on holiday for a week, and then I have spent quite a lot of time on the pages that I have completed, but that is all good. So shall we start with the biggest one, and probably my favourite one? This is the new Luna colouring book by Lydia Fenwick, also known as Life Illustration, and this was purchased through her Kickstarter project, but is now ready for order, I believe. Order or pre-order. I did do a video on this, so if you want to check it out, like not my colouring, but like the unboxing and revealing of this book and the rest of the Kickstarter project that I purchased. This book is so big that I had to cut my own scrap piece to go behind when colouring. I just used an A3 piece of black card and then just trimmed it down so it's the square size, but yes, I have to have that backing to protect the other pages. So yes, this is a very, very, very beautiful book. It has the gold foil edging and the gold on the writing and detailing on the covers, and yes, very, very big book. And the page that I have coloured is the snake page. Gosh, this is so big that it's not wanting to sit flat on my desk. Right, so for this page I have used quite a lot. First of all, in the background I have used acrylic paint to give it, it was quite a big area to fill in, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it, so I just sort of, it ended up looking a bit like it could be bushy tree, cloud, smoky coloured, who knows, whatever you want it to be, it can be that. I just liked the effect. So I, believe it or not, I didn't actually use a blue paint. Now you're thinking, why is there so much blue then? I used this green up here and this purple, like that you can see like over here, and when I sort of was mixing it together to blend, it created this really nice blue. So I actually just went with it. Like, it wasn't my plan. To start with, it was supposed to be like a green and purple. Like, that's the colours I kind of think of when I think of poison. I don't know why, and like, you know, snakes can be poisonous, so that's where my brain went to start with, but then it created this beautiful blue colour, and then it sort of shifted from that sort of view in my head and created something a bit more pretty. Yeah, basically just went with the flow on that. So then I have used, on her, I have used Black Widow pencils and Posca pen, obviously a lot of Posca pen over the lines for the hair, because I wanted the blonde hair to make her look like she belonged in Slytherin and like the Malfoy family. Like, they have that sort of look, don't they? But then I have what? Yeah, on the snake here and on the border, let me just make sure you can see the shininess of this paint. That is, oh, and on her eyes, I did her makeup with it as well. I coloured it first, but then I needed sparkle because she needed it, obviously. So they are the Renaissance watercolours in Sugar Plum for this snake here, and then on the borders and her eyelids or makeup, it is the KJ designed by Karen watercolour in the colour Ezel, which is probably my favourite colour from that sort of collection. Or should I say, like watercolour maker. Those handmade, you know what I mean. The words just aren't coming out of my mouth. So yeah, and that was pretty much all that I used on there, but because this page was so big, it did take quite a while to actually colour, and I actually went for that sort of green undertoned skin again. I'm trying to practice that a bit more, and I thought this page was quite a good one to use it on because I was already using greens. But yeah, and I do plan on filming a video for colouring a page in this book. It was requested, and I haven't decided on a page yet, and it probably won't be September because I am going to be looking after my brother's cats for almost 3 weeks while they're on holiday, and this is not a book I trust myself like travelling with. So it's not like I have to travel far, but like I don't want to risk putting it in a bag and or whatever, because it is such a, this is like a prized possession now. If that makes sense. Like, to get this quality you pay for the quality, and I don't want to ruin the quality. So yeah, but I was kind of thinking of, I don't know if it's before or after this page, the tiger page. Now tigers are my favourite, like, and that's no secret. I love tigers. But I don't actually end up colouring many because I'm like, oh, that's my favourite page, I will wait and colour it. But this one, I was like, I really want to colour it. But yeah, so would you be interested in seeing me colour this page? I have no idea what I'd do for it yet. But yeah, I also have the option of printing this off at a smaller, like sort of A4 size, like smaller, because when you bought this book it also came with the PDF version, so I do have that option as well if I don't want to risk the book or if I want to practice. But I don't normally do that because when I practice I tend to then do something completely different on the real page. Yeah, because I don't want to repeat myself, which is basically against the whole objective of practicing. But yeah, or even like this, like what sort of page would you want me to colour? Because yeah, oh, although I will not be colouring this page yet. This is probably my absolute favourite page in the book. Like, and if you have seen her finished artwork of this page, it is stunning. But yeah, we'll not be colouring that one anytime soon, although it would fit for September because you have all the starry sky there. I have already sort of picked out what I'm doing for September. But yeah, this book, absolutely stunning. So that is from Luna, a Zodiac art and colouring book by Lydia Fenwick. So next I have the Colour in Heaven Dragon Special, and this is it's got multiple artists inside, and the page I coloured is this one. I wanted to colour this ever since I got the book, and then I kept forgetting about it. Like, really? How could I forget? It's so cute. Like, look at him. He did turn out really cute though. But I didn't add this to Instagram because I could not photograph it without it looking strange for some reason. Like, because I think it's because I use quite a lot of white Posca pen on the outline that it wouldn't show up properly, so I just did not post this one. But I'm so glad that I got this finished for this summer, because obviously it's like sandcastles, and I'm like, that's definitely summer. I can't colour that unless it's summer. I know, it's stupid, right? But it's true. I think it happens to a lot of us, the seasonal colouring. And this one is by Elizabeth R. Best, and her dragons are adorable. Like, seriously adorable. And there's one in here for like everything. And I want to maybe colour this one in September, for September. But it's not on my high priority list. But I do plan to take this book with me to my brother's. But yeah, stunning. Like, there's winter right there as well. And then it moves on to R.J. Hampson, which I actually already own that book that those ones come from. And just, I thought I saw somebody else's in here. Yeah, Pana Zamba. I have not heard of them before, but they're stunning as well. Autumn Dance, Flourishing. They are highly detailed as well though, but they would look beautiful when done. That is beautiful. So yeah, lots of dragons in there, but yeah. Oh, did I even say what I used? I don't think I did. I'm so sorry. I used an alcohol marker base, Black Widow pencils again, and obviously a lot of white Posca pen. Yeah, I use Black Widow pencils a lot because they were already out. Basically, I am one of those people that if it's out and it's ready to grab, that is probably what I'm gonna do. So yeah, really like it, and I like how the green turned out. I really didn't have a plan, I just know I wanted a green dragon, so I was just using whatever pencils. And yeah, I really like this, like the underbelly and the inner parts green. But yeah, he looks so happy. So that is in the Dragon Special of Colour in Heaven, and it is issue number 114. That isn't, yeah, there we go. Then I have Summer 2025, and this is a page that took me forever, absolutely ages, but I love it. So this is the 2025 summer one, issue number 22 in the Colour in Heaven Presents sort of collection. So I coloured, and I just took the tag out. What a plonker. Oh, it's near the back. Oh, there we go. Absolutely took me forever, but I absolutely love the outcome. So this is number 44, Summer Princess by Zindi S.D. Nielsen, and I hadn't heard of her before these Colour in Heaven as well. So that's one thing I always love about Colour in Heaven. They're always introducing like new artists, and yeah, I can't believe like actually that I kind of did this. It took forever, but it was worth it. And I used alcohol marker base like everywhere, but then I once again used Black Widow pencils because, you know, they were already there, and Posca pen because my pages aren't complete without Posca pen. But yeah, absolutely, again, love how this one turned out. Like, she is on the way to looking realistic. Like, I know some people would say, oh, she does look realistic, but obviously, to me, yeah, she's almost there. But I don't want to go hyper realism because that would take hours for a page, wouldn't it? And I want it to be fun. But I'm just glad I can get any sort of resemblance of a human. And flowers are always my nemesis, so I'm glad there was only 5. And yeah, I did look up flowers for that, just for the general shape, and then I picked a colour, and then I followed the shading that was already there, because these pictures are like grayscaled. Like, that is adorable. So they are slightly slightly grayscaled, but then I do, like when it's with this, her face wasn't that much grayscaled on that side, but I wanted to add more of a shadow there, so I did. But I sort of follow it for a basic sort of starting point. And then I hadn't used yellow in quite a long time, so that's why we got the yellow background. And I thought she's a summer princess, she's got to be warm, which is why I gave her this sort of golden brown look. And I really, really like it. And that is actually my last page for the month. Oh no, it isn't. I've got one more. I've only done 3. Huh. Brain. So yeah, that is from the summer 2025. And the last one is the one I did on holiday. Well, kind of. I did most of it on holiday. And I didn't even put a tag in because I didn't take any with me. Oh, this is Looney Sole by Carla Magana. Her newest book, I believe. And I did this one. I based it in alcohol marker before I left for my holiday. And then I'm trying to think of what pencils I took now. Like, I didn't write it down. I think I took my Posca pencils and then a handful of Black Widow pencils with me, because I knew what colours I would need because I had already done the alcohol marker base. So it's a mixture of Posca pencils and Black Widow pencils, and the Stickles gel. I don't have it to hand. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, that's the sparkles. You know, they come in the little pots, and I think it's called Stardust or something along those lines. Yeah, but that is a story. I forgot to take my white Posca pen on holiday with me, and as you can see, I have done a lot of whiting out of the lines in the hair and her accessories and stuff. It was a whole like hunt. So basically I was in Great Yarmouth and I was like, I need to have some like white Posca pen to do anything else with the colouring I'm doing. So I went on a hunt in their town, and it turns out their WH Smiths only sells them in packs, and I wasn't going to pay for a full pack when I only needed 1 white. So then I asked in that shop, oh, are there any other shops around here that sell like white Posca pens? And they were like, I think we're the only place. And then I was like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to continue with my colouring. And when we were walking around, I saw The Works, which I knew they wouldn't sell Posca pens, but I had an idea that they did sell white acrylic markers, like from going in the one back home. So I went in there, and they did only have them in packs, but it was like 2 whites and 2 blacks, and I was like, well, it's the price of like 1 white Posca for this whole pack, so if they're terrible, it's not a huge loss, and I can carry on with my colouring. So I got them. Got back to the caravan and opened it up, and I was like, oh my god, the nib is so chunky. Like, do I have one here? Oh yeah. So it was like this pack of 4. These are the ones I haven't used. So, but yeah, took the nib off, and look at how chunky that is. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to get in on those thin lines in her hair. But I had to do it like where the pen was just touching the paper at an angle, so it could be as thin as possible. and they work perfectly fine, just not the right size for what I'm used to doing with them. But yeah, the hunt was difficult, but worth it in the end because I could carry on colouring. And yeah, I love the colour of her outfit, like, really like that. Like, I wouldn't wear that outfit, that is far too revealing for me, but for this page, wonderful. And so yeah, that is my first page in this book as well, complete. And before I went on holiday, I did base 3 pages. I also based this one, which, looking at it now, the colours are very Elsa-like from Frozen. So I might save that one for like winter, December sort of time. And then the other one I will colour at any time because it's feeling very autumnal in the colours. It's in the back somewhere, which is this one, which is like greens and browns and orange, which is like perfect for the time of year we're coming into now. So I'm like, that one might get done soon. But yeah, this book as well, her illustrations are always so fun and like free, as in you can colour them however you feel like and they will probably turn out well. And this book as well would be great for space time, but like her, she looks like she could definitely live in space. And there's a lot of like sun and moon, obviously. So yeah, lovely. Carla Magana's Looney Sole, and that one is the last page I've coloured. Oh, so yeah, that is it. Yeah, only 4 pages, which is not the greatest amount of pages, but I love them all, so I'm not complaining. I'm glad I at least got 4, because I will admit, like 2 days before the end of August, I only had 1 page completed. The other 3 pages was like in the last 2 days that I completed them. They were obviously already started, but like, yeah, it took me a while to get completed pages this month. Mostly again because the holiday was at the beginning of the month, so I lost that first week except for starting that page that we just saw. So yeah, I'm wishing everybody a happy month of colouring for September. I can't wait to see everybody's Space Temper pages because I've already started watching like people saying like Space Temper plans and stuff, which are fun to watch. I won't be doing one of those videos because I always change my mind. If I decide on something like that, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore, and then I'm like, well, why did I film that video? So I'm not doing that. I'm just going to go with what I want to colour, although obviously, like I said, I'm at my brother's for quite a long time, so I will be working out of the books that I take, but I do plan on taking about 6 different books with me, so there should be some variation and some options. So until next month, take care, happy colouring, and goodbye.